Because yesterday was an entire week for me.
My
I did
weekend has
so
begun,
much
so
inside
please
yesterday.
hurry up so I can get started.
Well, hey, while you're starting, she's ending. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Absolutely. It's going to be quite a lovely show, okay? And, well, of course, we are so grateful to have you with us for a premium breakfast television show experience. And, of course, we will come at no cost.
Absolutely.
Just you
free.
watching us.
Yes, indeed. You are welcome for a Tuesday
Yes.
edition. My yesterday was actually quite fun because it was a sunny day. Finally, we got the sun out yesterday, and all through it was really sunny. It was a great day to be out and about, and I took advantage. What did you do?
I worked. I had to. In fact, I had a series of meetings, missed a lot of phone calls, missed a lot of messages because back to back trying to fix different stuff. I was not outside of here, but it's all good. It was actually a very productive day for me, though I know many people were resting yesterday.
Yes, indeed. Well, you guys are welcome. My name is Mazino Appeal.
My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Now, of course, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast television show in Nigeria.
And also remember that you can actually see us live from absolutely anywhere in the world if you have the app in your phones. All you need to do is download it, whether you're iOS or Google Play Store. It's available for you for free.
Yes, please follow us. I like my privacy, but professionally, we don't like our privacy. Yeah, so we are at TVC Connect on all socials, okay? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. And of course, when you're making your post, please use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
You can follow me anytime if you can catch me. Get it? Get it?
Yeah, catch me if you can.
In any case, listen, let's check out what we have for a show here for you today. Damilola Ogunsi is a Nigerian actor. Now, he is popularly known by his stage name, The Goldfish. He's known for movies such as Finding Hobby, A Way Back Home, and Gangs of Lagos, which you must have seen him in as one of the gang leaders. Before he started acting, Damilola worked as a merchant banker for a near decade. Well, he joins us today, and we can't wait to actually sink our teeth into that discussion with him to tell us about his experience inside of Nollywood so far.
Damilola. I recall the last time he was here.
Very nice guy, actually.
Very nice guy. And then I'm seeing the other side of him on TV, a villain, and I'm like, okay.
Nah,
But
he
he
did
didn't quite
very good.
play.
Nah, he did okay.
Well, he did very well.
Mr. Mike, you're welcome.
Yeah, it
nice
was good.
time, man.
Oh, you look good,
Miss you, man.
Mike.
Did you? How
I
long
did.
has it been? It's been.
I
what?
did. I told you to go and get that Star Wars game, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Anytime I play it, I think of you.
Oh, really?
No,
Maybe I should.
no, I shouldn't have said it that way. I did.
Good.
Yeah, because he's
I
more of a
honestly
Star Wars
wasn't
person
thinking
than
about
me.
that. Yeah, I'm a
I
Star Wars
think he's
fan.
more of a Star Wars
Yeah.
person than me, so I feel like it's going to be utopia
I'm
for
gonna
him.
check it out.
So I'm complimenting you, ignore this.
Ah,
No, nah.
What?
I
No,
was
it's
talking to
fine.
him now,
It's
calm
fine. I
down.
started talking to you first. talking about the way you're looking.
Mary? Compliment me again. That's Mary's voice when she's arguing.
Mary,
Mary has
exactly.
this
You are
high
not
pitch.
serious.
Mary has this high pitched voice when she's arguing.
Let's tell you about this. Don't go into an argument with Mary.
Why?
You won't win.
Ah.
You won't win not because the relevance of what you're saying is irrelevant, but because Mary's voice is higher than yours, and that's what anybody's gonna hear.
I think for arguments, he has the best argument voice because it's close to his normal voice. But Mary,
Well, that's the more reason if you have a large gathering and you need well, they say you have to make use of lemons. So if you need an event MC that will not use microphone, call me.
Mary, fantastic. I like that opening. I mean, I like that comeback because this is what's happening lately. Because of the way things have gone, you know, with fuel crisis, or rather the fuel subsidy removal and all, I've started to look at dormant talents
Yeah.
to try and like keep head above water. So lately I've reinvigorated my MCing skills.
And he got jobs immediately, this guy.
So that's the power of what you do as a TV host, because people actually see you and believe that you're credible, and they're like, okay, if he's doing that, let him do it. So I'm urging people out there as well, if you have dormant abilities or talents that you haven't been using, I think this is the opportunity, the time to actually revive them, because it could help you. It could be anything. My dad always said to me, a man without a craft is a man that's never happy. Because if you can do stuff with your hands, your mouth, your physical self, you will be able to always say, okay, I'm just going to do this to augment whatever it is I am doing. Especially in these times that we are right now. It's very, very necessary.
There are several bills to be paid. Things are expensive. There are actually things you can do to help yourself, so to speak. try to increase, to at least augment whatever it is you're earning. These days, few people are being able to save, but at least be able to pay your bills without getting loans and getting yourself into trouble.
Did you talk about
Very
loans?
important. Let's
Hey.
not go there.
We're gonna
We
go
need
there.
to check out the weather because it's raining loans for some people right now.
Nigeria, my name is Mike Mesikeno. President Bola Tinubu has signed into law the student loan bill to allow indigent students in the country access to interest-free loans. The new law makes provision for indigent students in the country's educational institutions that have access to loans that will enable them pay for tuition and meet other financial needs. A member of the president's strategy team, Dele Alake, told State House correspondents that the signing of the bill into law is in fulfillment of President Tinubu's campaign promise.
The President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, signed into law the Students' Loan Bill. This is a promise made during the presidential campaign by the then candidate, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he would bring back the issue of the student loans issue onto the front burner. And today, that promise he made has been kept. He has just signed that bill into law, which henceforth will allow or enable our indigent students to access the federal government loans to fund their educational pursuit.
Now on to foreign stories. About 13,000 people have been evacuated in northeast Philippines as the country's most famous volcano, Mount Mayon, continues to ooze lava from the crater. Scientists say it is technically erupting, although a slow pace. The Philippines' most active volcano began spewing lava and sulfuric gas on Sunday, prompting the evacuation of residents in the southeast of the country's main island. Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology recommended that everyone within a 6-kilometer radius or a danger zone of the Mount Mayon volcano be evacuated due to the danger of rockfalls, landslides, and ballistic fragments. The alert level on the volcano was raised to 3 out of a possible 5 last Thursday. Officials say it is currently under the third highest warning in a 5-tier system that forecasts the threat of a hazardous or explosive eruption.
Welcome inside the kitchen, guys. Welcome,
Mary is trying to dare me. Mary, you want to
I will
bet?
not dare that kind of.
Oh, you want to-
if
you
you
want
know
to-
what he said,
you
I
want
should,
to-
I
you want
should
to
dare you.
wait.
Tell us, what did he say?
You want to wager?
That he will mention somewhere.
You want to wager?
He will mention
Try me.
something.
In
That I
any
should
case,
try him.
welcome for What's Up and About. We've had a very interesting conversation from before the show started this morning, actually, where Mary was
A
very
heated
vocal about
one.
it. I said vocal, you say heated. Must it always be fights? What is
I
it
was
with
not
you?
fighting.
Euphemism.
I was
Try a bit of
passionate
euphemism.
about it. Why is it that you guys think maybe
Try euphemism in your life. It will change a lot, okay? It was very vocal. Now, first of all, we wanted to say congratulations to Damilola,
Yeah.
who in Ekiti State has been trying to, well, break her own record.
No,
for
you
She
you
has
want to
actually.
speak for
They
yourself.
say she has.
She has broken the
actually,
record. She has
and-
broken Hilda Bassi's record. As at an hour ago, she crossed 100 hours.
She crossed 100.
Yeah.
I'm still going to wait and see how that information pans out. I'm not absolute on that information. But here's the thing: there's so much that has happened since after she came out to tell that she wanted to break the record. People raised concerns over the fact that is she prepared for it? Is the environment conducive? Her health and all of that. But one of the biggest arguments was around the fact that she's trying to break the record only shortly after Hilda Bassi had only just done hers. Many people were concerned whether she shouldn't have perhaps maybe given plenty of time after. They thought it was quite a rush. Now, the other argument is this, that most of the people who are up in arms about this are actually women. And for the longest time, women have been under the radar, and all of a sudden, they're coming out to do these very magnificent fits. Wouldn't that be the best time for women to support these kinds of things? Is one of many arguments that's going about. Then there is talk about the relevance of her attempt, whether it's being recognized by the Guinness Book of World Record, or whether it's by some other body, or whether it's just an individual thing by some small group or so. There's so much to talk about it, but I don't know how, personally, do I recognize it? I will say, until I get all the information regarding whether she absolutely crossed that line, I do not recognize it yet. personally, but that's
When you say
just
cross
me.
the line, what do you mean?
Regarding the record
What record?
of being the longest cookathon.
Who has the record?
Well, that's another thing. There's an Indian, is it an Indian lady? Until Hilda Bassi is actually
So for
verified by the
yes,
Guinness Book of World
because
Records.
she's
She does
exactly.
not have that
The
record.
Indian
but
still has a record.
But regarding Hilda Bassi's one, which is not yet recognized by the Guinness Book of World Record, that is being said that she has broken is what I'm referring to.
Yeah, so
that's a lot of talk.
It's been back and forth. Yeah, a number of people have said things and they've apologized after, because even Hilda Bassi herself congratulated.
She did
that man,
congratulate.
you know. So a lot of people felt like, if the person we are fighting for is congratulating, what's the point? We are sorry, damn it. So there are people like that, yeah. But there's a lot into this. First of all, Hilda doesn't have the record officially. She still doesn't have a record. So based on the rules, right, I have checked around and looked around, and you don't have to wait for a record is officially set for you to make an attempt. You understand? It was even about the same thing that happened with Kathy.
Yeah.
And they didn't officially enter the books, because when she did it, I think 2 weeks after, somewhere in Europe, somebody
Broke.
attempted it and broke it. You understand? So now the point I'm trying to say is this. As it stands here, she didn't do anything wrong by the rules. Now a number of people are calling her out on, I don't know whether to say
Timing.
moral grounds or solidarity
Solidarity
grants
is
and all of
another
that. Like, okay, since it's Nigeria, let's get behind one person. But then there are no rules that say that you have to do all of that. So inherently, she didn't do anything wrong. You might, some people, it's personal. So understand, people who are friends of Hilda might be excused for their support for Hilda.
passion.
Yeah, and their passion, because, hey, you want your friend to officially be the one. Because if this girl's record is recognized and they review it at the same time or something, she'll probably be the one if she breaks that mark. But then, so you have to look at both of them also. I heard at one point that she was switching off the gas and all of that and this and that.
So that's why
there's
I'm
a
saying
review.
that
There's a
I
review.
find it hard to recognize until everything is reviewed.
Exactly.
Because the method
Exactly.
could also be a very determinant factor.
Yeah, because even with Hilda, they said, you know, she still, her video has to be looked at, and what? It's over 100 hours. They have to review everything. There's supposed to be 5-minute breaks, which you can accumulate and take. And so they'll go, did you play by the rules? Did she play by the rules? So that's the thing here.
So the thing with the rules is, so she's going for 120 hours. And as it is, if you take out the 3 hours she put off the gas, she take out this one that she went to rest, everything, maybe she might still pass the mark. Nobody knows how the body decides who is worth the record. But I just wanted to touch on what actually informed the Guinness Book of Records. It started as a result of 3 people arguing about something. And then that group decided that, you know what, we needed proof. And so they decided to start a book where they will get facts on records on things that happen around the world. So anybody can start their own book of records, especially if it is verifiable. So since Nigerians are really insane right now about the
Records.
Guinness Book of Records, maybe someone needs to start the Nigerian Book of Records. That's something we could do since we are so excited about it.
About
so we
breaking
get
records,
about
yeah.
breaking records right now. So that's something else. If you're wondering what you can break having the Nigerian Book of Records. So we have people attempting different things, educational, for example, someone that can read for like 70 hours non-stop, perhaps, you know, fun stuff that you could do. Now, to this ongoing cookathon, people have opinions. Cookamania. Some people say it's restathon, but whatever. But really, people have their opinion on whatever someone is doing. But the reality is, when you take a step, there's always somebody planning to take a jump ahead of you. That's life. So whether or not it's happening 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even the day after Hilda broke a record, that is human. You know, that's life for you. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
People will always want to do better than you.
Yeah.
Not even Nigerian or Africans.
You're right.
It's a human thing.
Yeah.
You want to better someone. I just heard that someone announced in Ibadan that they are trying to break 140 hours now. To be honest,
That
they are
will
now
be
beginning
December,
to
he
make a
says.
joke of this.
Aha, so
No,
that's
it's not. Is
another
that a
thing.
joke? Is it a
No,
joke?
wait.
I wouldn't say it's a
So
joke.
it depends how you look at it. Is it a joke when people are, oh, if they can do this, I can do that?
Yeah.
It kind of like brought that to the limelight. Let's say, oh, records. Okay, does anybody know I can wiggle my ear for longer than 2 hours nonstop? Let me do that
Do
and get
it.
recognized. I actually can.
Yeah,
I'm not
do
gonna
it.
I'm not gonna break no records with that. So it's okay if people keep coming up with different ways. I mean, if you go to America, there's so many ridiculous.
What did you say just now? Different.
Yeah.
They're actually different cooking ways you
They're
could
different, yes.
decide to break. So that's why people have issue with it. That must it be the cookathon? Why can't you break maybe making the largest, there was a time
Largest
someone did the
pizza.
largest pizza. Why not the largest amala?
That's what she
Or
can
the
do.
largest, something
Yeah, but,
Something
unique,
but if
something
that's,
different.
If that's what she can do, let her be.
Cook, huh?
She can go all the way. Now, one thing I always thought about was that if a guy should get into this, normally a guy with testosterone and all of that, your stamina is even more. So I
Oh, no,
always
he
wonder-
has already. The
and
guy
that's what I'm
did
saying.
better. It's a
That's what I'm
guy.
saying. Normally, I feel like, okay, so for instance, we were told to stand with Mary or do something and all that. You'd expect that the guy can go longer.
I don't
when it
understand. They
comes
say
to
you should start
stamina.
with me.
No.
15 minutes later, I'm sitting
Yes.
there.
So my point here is that at first when I heard it, so I was like, oh, why would she do that? Let's get Hilda's own verified first. That was my own. I didn't have a problem with how
Exactly,
doing it.
I
My own was okay. Let Hilda's own be verified. Let her have the record, and then you can now try. But I checked other things and I found out that look, it has happened at different times. People were making attempts, and that person heard it. I made attempt.
Yes,
and
and
broke
broke
it.
it. Like
Yeah.
clean break.
Yeah.
It's just
And
life.
so, yeah, that's just life.
It is what it is.
Unfortunately.
You are not. It is what it is. I want to knock people that say I compete with yourself. In this life, you are not competing with yourself.
And on another note, this is quite like ideas. You keep having that idea. You keep having that idea.
If you don't go
You,
into
if you
action.
do not put it to reality, there are 1,001 other people thinking the same thing you're thinking, and they will definitely do it before you. So you won't be the record breaker after all.
Ideas are like spirits. If you do not use them, it'll happen on somebody else. It's all there in the air. That's all I'm going to
Don't
say.
let them
Let's
threaten
wait
you.
for it to be verified. However, I want to see that she has done a very clean method to getting that record, to owning that record. And of course, I definitely will.
Chef Hilda, Chef Damio, congratulations.
Don't let
to
them
you
threaten you. If you get idea, you know what use up. Quit.
What a motivation
This
for
guy,
you this morning.
Aspire to
Just
fire.
quit,
This guy. Aspire to
Hey,
perspire
stay
to
tuned,
perspire.
okay?
Quit.
Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria
No, only
TVC
quit.
for your responses, and we'll be reading them. Thank you. We'll be back. And you're welcome for a Tuesday morning here. We can't get started without the papers. So let's take a look at the front pages of all the dailies, well, some of the dailies, and we'll tell you what they say. I've got Mike here with me. Mr. Mike, Mr. Kenno, you are welcome. Thank you very much.
Don't you still have refreshment for your guest analyst?
Mr. Mike, this is the news.
You don't you have guest refreshment
We've
for your
got-
guest?
we've
I
got a
don't like this.
healthy greeting
I'll
for you.
decide. I'll not allow.
Thank you, sir, for joining us. Is that enough?
Let me just because it's you. Let me just allow.
Let's
you.
get started already with our very first daily for today. We're going to be taking a look at the Vanguard newspaper for a Tuesday. Tuesday edition here has this as its major headline. Inauguration power show as 10th National Assembly gets underway today. Akpabio Yari square up for Senate presidency. Abbas Wase for Reps speakership. Lots of riders after that. But there are other headlines that I'd like us to touch on. June 12, which was yesterday, Abiola was forerunner to entrench democracy tenets in Nigeria, say Kingibe. And of course, Anthrax, stop eating pomo, bushmeat, FG tells Nigerians. We'll get to that. On June 12, INEC APC dishonored Abiola's memory, says PDP. And this one here, no witch hunt in cancelling employment of 12,000 civil servants. Let's talk about yesterday.
Yeah, June 12.
Democracy Day. A lot happened yesterday, and we're going to see that in most of the headlines to come, some bills and all of that. But the fact that June 12th is being recognized as our Democracy Day, and also one of the forerunners, Abiola, is one of the people who are being recognized. There was something about the family, however, requesting that the family be given certain entitlements due to the fact that he was first up to push the agenda of democracy.
Of democracy. Yeah.
I don't see why not. I mean, they
Yeah,
paid an ultimate price for it, so one would think that
true.
perhaps maybe that they should
At-
get some kind of
At different points. I mean, the family has been in few ways recognized. There was also a video trending of Kudirat Abiola when the daughter, one of the daughters, was receiving that commendation sort of for her mom when that road was renamed after her and all of that. There's the MKO Abiola Stadium. the National Stadium, which was renamed to the MK Abiola Stadium, which was recently, and all of that. I just want to do a throwback. I don't know, what were you, can you remember what you were doing on June 12, 1993?
I think I was returning from secondary school.
What class were you in then? You couldn't have just 2, just 3.
Somewhere around there.
You couldn't be more than just
Chef
2.
Shebiotimo where I was.
It couldn't be more than just 2, because I think I was in just 1. I was just getting into school, just 1 that time, and in fact, why it sticks in my mind was that I was supposed to go to military school in Jos. I had written the common entrance. I had passed. It was in Port Harcourt Air Force military. I had written it. So I was supposed to travel to resume, at the military school in Jos, and then there was that. Happened. And then it just happened. The annulment just happened, and the whole country wasn't stable to travel. So June 12, 1993 always has that memory back and all of that. Well, it entrenched our democracy as it is. It's what we can make reference on as a landmark. And yes, I think that whichever kind of honor that we can give to the family is a good one.
Yeah. Real quick before you go to your paper, let me touch on this headline here inside of the Vanguard. Subsidy, Nigerians groaning, says the NBA, as they tell Tinubu. Really, there's been plenty of talk about the situation regarding the fuel subsidy and all. The NBA told that Nigerians, when you look at the general proportion of people, how they're suffering with everything that's going on. Especially the tankers, the tanker drivers and the association. The fact that they have to pay, I think it's 162% more now, and it's causing them a very big backlog because they can't afford that. And regarding the deregulation, the fact that it's not really deregulated.
It's still, it's just something that is just new. It's just coming in. I was talking to someone, and I for those of us who don't know the origin of subsidy, as it were, this subsidy was supposed to be for, 18 months? When, refineries are having issues, they're like, okay, let's get fuel from outside. Let us close down our refineries for maintenance. And for 1 year, they was pushed to 18 months. And then when we are done, our refineries are okay. But in that period, let us pay some part of the money to reduce the effect. And then something for 18 months has now stretched to 20 years plus and all of that, decades, and it has gone on.
That's
something. But then it will take some time. We will put it in place, and then we'll move on.
All right, what paper do you have?
Yeah, so maybe let's take a look at Guardian. And of course, the major one here, I want to talk about student loans. Indigent students to access education loans as Tinubu signs law. First of all, this is the hallmark of a nation that wants to move forward. Because everywhere you go, you have those things, especially for people, that there are a number of people who are qualified and cannot pay their fees. In countries we see, but the issue now is with the repayment of these loans. That's what a number of people are having issues with. And I must say that let us wait to see the terms and conditions that are going to be fully, you understand? But I know that whenever it comes to loans, it is until if you don't have a job, they will not come and put gun on your head.
Because you actually have to be an indigene of the state where you are suggesting that you want to go to.
Okay.
And there are also other parameters that you have to fall inside, which is, I think, a 500,000 naira joint, what's it called, with your parents.
With your parents.
If they earn above 500,000 naira, then you can't get it.
Then you can't get the loan.
There's a whole lot there.
Okay, but then that means if we keep to it, that means that it will go to those who need it the most.
Exactly. But
that is a good thing.
Would it eventually benefit the education system as a whole?
If we roll it out well, very much.
These are questions.
It will be. There are questions, yes. If we roll it out well, if we keep to it, and I love what you're saying that there's a limit. But the point is, let corruption not enter. If corruption should enter, it's going to be a problem. You understand?
All right. Moving on to our last paper, all we can afford this morning. The Punch newspaper, National Assembly APC appointed candidates rebels to slug it out. Yari, others failed to step down for Babio. At the top of the Punch, anti-graft groups want NDIC probed, and ASUP expressed doubt over student loan. There you go. Families demand presidential entitlement for Abiola. I think we spoke about that one. And there are other headlines here. The photo story shows Tinubu governors urge Nigerians to defend democracy. This is on the Democracy Day just from yesterday. That's all we have for the front page of the Punch newspaper. And unfortunately, Mike, we can't talk about that because we have run out of time. I'm being directed. But thank you very much, sir.
Where's my pizza and champagne?
Let's move over to the kitchen where another cookathon is about to begin. This one will last for only about 45 minutes or upwards, but nothing more than an hour. Mary, how's it going over there?
I don't understand. We've already put up our stove before we start cooking. Okay, on a more serious note, though, welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Of course, we have the delectable action madam. Attention, madam. The one and only Chef Shebotima. You see what I'm saying?
You're just whining.
You're a kiss. Okay, so we're going to be having breakfast on her this morning. And what she has planned. If you've ever had interest in this particular soup, believe me, you want to learn from her. You know how it is that she does her thing. It's easy to learn from Chef Shebotima. So tell us what we're having for breakfast.
Today's breakfast is going to be...
Someone like swallow too much. I'm sure they swallow so much.
Sorry, ma. It's too early for that.
Sorry,
you know,
ma.
Sorry. Today, Egusi.
Hey, I said it. You see? Egusi Ijebu.
Yes, it's from Ijebu.
Did I tell you that?
I want to go to our state, but you know what we call it? Ordinarily, it's Egusi. But Yoruba say, you say, Egusi oloju kan.
Did I say that? Sorry. Oh yeah, let's talk about the ingredients.
So, today I brought crab, but because of
I don't understand.
Mike is on grind. Mike is my
your guy.
quality control. I won't put it.
You will put that crab. Must he eat?
He must eat.
Must he eat? Is it the reason we are cooking?
We are doing Egusi. You have entered my head.
Egusi Ijebu. So let's talk about the ingredients.
This is pomo that is Egusi elemeji. Fish.
Titus, Abi.
We have roundabouts.
I see fuku. Is this not fuku?
Yes.
What's the English name for fuku again?
I don't know.
I think it's
liver.
What's this? Liver. Yes. Edo is is liver.
Yes.
Fuku is what's the name of this other one in the body? Is it pancreas? It's not pancreas.
Intestine.
Well, let's just move on before we go and disgrace ourselves on national TV.
There's crab underneath. I'm not going to put it because of Mike.
Don't worry, we'll find a way inside it.
This is stock.
This is ejakika.
Ejakika.
Yeah, so it's actually roasted fish that has been rounded.
Yes.
Yeah, so what's this?
Stock meat.
Stock, okay.
Our egusi, I breaded it rodo,
okay.
Egusi
and what? She has started secret spice. Okay. Rodo and egusi inside
I didn't put tomatoes because...
Did you put black pepper?
No, I did not. You know, some people get related to it. I don't know, so I didn't put it.
Okay.
And these are our onions, and this is our crayfish. The main cocoa of it is
the locust beans, aka
the whole of this studio start doing. Let's go. This is our red oil.
So yes, red oil. So what's going to happen now?
I want to teach her today.
I even want to learn how to make this egusi Ijebu. So teach me.
Here we go.
Onions first.
Onions first. You didn't even ask me what we are going to eat with this thing. You know how
it cannot
good...
pass Eba. What are we eating with it?
She knows because it's a
yes, now how can you eat egusi Ijebu and you will not put gari as a Eba?
Eba,
as in.
The better part is now eat with Eba tutu. Oh my God, but no, it's going to be hot.
Let's continue. This thing is taking too long. Okay, so that's onions. Okay, onion. So how long are we going to let that fry for? Like a minute, I mean?
Like a minute.
Just so it gets translucent.
Exactly.
Okay. Then what goes in next?
This is going in next.
The locust beans. Yes. So these locust beans, if you look at the quality and the quantity, the quality is actually quite good. Is it from Ekiti?
Yes, it is. You know, ordinarily, we should use what's that? Your town local.
Oh,
I remember.
But we are using this Iru now. If you want to buy it in the market, this should be about 150 naira or 200. I think it's 200. Which market are you buying this amount of Iru for 100 naira in this Nigeria? Even Osho, the market, you will get it 50. You will get 50 naira.
You are good now.
So, but this Iru is plenty now.
It's plenty, of course.
So, like 200 naira Iru. Personally, when I'm cooking, I like putting a lot of local beans in my soups.
It's very good.
Because there's a flavor it gives. Now, the good thing about roasting this, or, well, frying it, is not everybody likes the fresh taste of Iru. Not many people like it, like, really prominent in their food. So, when you fry it, that also subdues the taste.
So we are putting this now.
Okay, that's the egusi.
The egusi.
Yes. That's melon seed that has been blended with rodo. that's what some people will even blend it with fish. Get creative. Do it however you like. The most important thing is to have your soup cooking. So if you've ever wondered how egusi Ijebu, aka egusi Olojukon, is made, here it is. Don't worry, when we come back, I'm pretty sure this will be ready to continue with, and then you see how you complete this, okay? Let's take this break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us.
If you ask me how to manage stress, I'll just say close your eyes and sleep. But you're not going to be taking my advice because we do have an expert on that one. Akshay Jain is a senior faculty of art living and has taught happiness, corporate and youth courses across India, Europe, and of course Africa. Now these programs impart tools and techniques to participants on healthy and happy living. He has worked on multiple service projects like youth leadership training programs, Prison Smart, and of course 5H program. Now today he's talking on stress management in a time of uncertainty. It is great to have you. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I am stressed. We are all stressed. I forget how I look. I forget how I look. I woke up too early this morning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but stress is a very constant part of life. You know? So the
Exactly.
issue is managing stress. Yeah.
Exactly.
What does it mean when you say stress management for
See,
by yourself?
Life will not change. You have to get up in the morning, go for your whatever work you do. Sometimes people are traveling 1, 2, 3, 4 hours one way to work. So the daily life situations are not going to change and they are stressful. So let us understand what is stress. Too much demand and less capability that causes stress, or too much to do and less time.
Less time.
Isn't it? So this will be constant. This is not going to change. Now, what it does to us is the term stress. What it does to us is in the level of body, it creates some sensations, stiffness. You see all the muscular spasms, etc. So when the mind is stressed, if it reflects in the body as some kind of disease, stiffness in the joints, etc. So we have to now understand that since the external situation is not going to change, what do we do about it? So that is why stress management becomes very important.
Okay.
Right.
Now I am so interested. I'm listening to this now because I am taking it for myself. Whatever you say now, I am going to put it into practice. So let's start. How do we manage it? What are your first steps to go about?
So let's understand how stress is linked with mind, breath and body. So breath plays a very important role here.
Breath.
Yeah. So for example, if you have some emotions, for example, let's say you're angry. So how is your breath at that time? It's faster.
It's fast and
isn't it?
It's short and fast.
So the pattern of breath changes with the state of your mind. And that also reflects in your body. So for example, when you're angry, your body is heated up. When you're afraid, when you're gripped by fear, how is the body? It becomes numb and cold.
Oh, exactly.
So the state of mind reflects in breath as well as in the body. So imagine with all these, vacillation of mind, going from anger to fear, anxiety, etc., how it impacts our body, right? So when we say stress management, we are saying, okay, don't attend to mind directly because mind does not listen to you. Now, if you tell yourself, I want to sleep now, will you get sleep? No, it doesn't listen direct instruction.
That's way, yeah.
So this is the skill where through breathing, you are able to bring the mind.
Breath control.
Yeah. So with breath control, mind comes in control. You see why is the mind stressed? Because it's going into the past and future. Now you're sitting with me, you may get thoughts of past or future. And when the mind is not in the present moment, that is when stress happens. That is when negative emotions come.
So let's live in the now. That's what you're
Right
saying.
now. Yeah. Power, that's they say, power of now. So
Okay, you're talking to me. Go ahead.
yeah. So if you are able to bring your mind into the present moment, and that happens with breath. So some breathing techniques, some
So
ways
can you show me or teach me any breathing technique?
very simple is if you are able to take a break of 10 seconds and take, or a minute, and take a long breath in and out.
A long one in and
Yeah.
out. Huh? Okay.
So just, the skill to breath is also to observe how is your breathing pattern. We don't really observe our breath. Have you observed our breath? Only when you ran for a kilometer and then you're panting for breath, you understand there is breath. So the skill is to observe what is the pattern of your breath, and you'll see there's a lot of quiver in the breath when the mind is not settled.
Okay.
So if you can just sit down with your eyes closed and then take long breath in and out.
As long as you can.
As long as you can. Slowly, effortless. So effortless, slow and long breaths.
Do I do this every day? Is it something I can
You can
do
do
every day?
every day, many times a day.
Many times a day. As much as whenever you have.
Whenever you feel, you know, the mind is too
That
active,
tense,
yeah, and then you just relax. 2 minutes, 5 minutes,
You know,
just
it
focus
seems
on breathing.
cliche, but I don't do this, and I feel like if I add this to my routine, it will definitely help. So yes,
Yeah.
as many times as possible.
As many times, I mean, 3, 4, 5 times, 5 minutes, take a break. You know, before lunch, take a break, 5 minutes, do the breathing.
Can music help with this?
Oh yes. So, a lot of things, music, exercise. So there are a whole lot of things to release stress. And what happens? See, why does music help? When you are aligned with music, you are in the present moment. An artist, he's so much in the present moment. The creativity flows when you are in the present moment. Right?
So you would advise maybe learning a kind of craft like drawing or something, playing an instrument. You are in the present because your mind has to be focused on now.
Exactly. Do what you like, but be 100% in that moment with intensity. So even if you're on the beach watching the ocean, that can also be very meditative and it can relax your mind, you know.
It's been a while I went to the beach.
The irony of life is that today people go to beach with loud music and whatever they do here, they do there. But if you go to the beach and soak in water and just watch the ocean, that can relax you.
Who's going to the beach with me? I have to go this weekend. Okay, what are the techniques that we can use?
So I think any art kind of activity which stimulates your right brain. You know, right brain is associated with creativity and art.
Okay.
Right. So that kind of activity can calm you down and bring you to the present moment.
There's a way you talk. It calms things down. Is that,
Yeah, I
is
mean,
that intentional?
It happens when you practice every day. It happens when you.
So that even when you are communicating, you tend to maybe the aura that you give
Perhaps.
off is one that is calming because that's the effect from the way you talk and all of that. I would want to listen to you if I'm trying to get myself calm, and it does make. But I like what you say when we go to the beach these days and there's just so much noise and all of that. It's hard to distress or manage stress when there's noise, right?
Exactly. So it all becomes like you want to go for a holiday, you take a break, but you end up doing more activity than what you're doing at work. And people normally go for holidays and come back and they want to relax again.
True.
So relaxation is taking a break and having an intentional attention on the mind to calm it down. Because mind is racing. It's going up and down, past and future. So how do you do that? And that's where with breathing and meditation and some maybe physical intervention. For example, some of the spa treatments, like we do herbal treatments from Ayurveda. At the Happiness Center, we do those things where when the body is stressed too much, you know, your muscles are tight, you have all kinds of pains and aches. So we have those kind of physical intervention. So to calm down your body, and then that reflects in your mind also. Have you seen after a nice, good massage, how is your mind? Quiet.
Quiet.
So it's all interlinked. So you work from the body and you work from the mind.
Actually, this is a 4-part series I will be looking forward to. I would not miss. Even if I'm not here, I would ensure and I would entreat everyone. It will across the month. We're going to have you here. We're going to be talking about all of this. This has been quite enlightening. And I will start today to try some of the things that you have just said.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Hope you're able to pick up 1 or 2 lessons there. At least calming down and breathing. I will try it today. I'll probably even do it here, yeah? Mary and Chibiotimo, you think you guys need to calm down a bit? Breathe a bit? Can you do that?
Somebody is making mouth because he say you're not putting crab. You see, you are the one that is giving him mouth now.
Yes.
Did you as if we are making breakfast for him. See his
My
mouth.
QC, don't worry.
No, only
Mike,
QC.
you got me.
Quality control officer.
I got you.
See them. In fact, I'm leaving. Let Mike come and continue. What?
Don't be
Mike. All right, welcome again to the kitchen. Of course, Chef Shebo Timo has this place on lockdown, food-wise. And as it is, tell us what we've been able to do so far.
Yes. Our melon, which is the egusi, the red oil, the onions, then the locust beans.
So I noticed you did not bleach the oil. Is there a reason for that?
Because I think it's the red oil that I use, is the one on top that I use. So I
Okay.
didn't use the thick part
So
of it.
yes, that's something many people don't know. If you you know when
It's
you
not
have a
even good to
bottle
bleach
of oil.
It's not good. You have taken the whole of the
Nutrients
oil.
out of
So
it, yes.
it's not advisable for a good healthy food to be bleached.
So when you have a bottle of oil, you know, sometimes when you put it down for a very long period of time, it will settle, right? The upper part, people don't know that using it can actually help you avoid having to bleach, especially if you're in a position or a place you cannot
Me
bleach.
particularly, I
Okay?
tell my vendor to give me just the top, even though I'm going to pay extra.
It costs more.
It costs more because
Why?
that's what they are going to use to mix the oil, and they know that's where the nutrient is. So they will, if everything is becoming, they will add, if not 1,000, they will add 500 to it.
Okay.
So I don't mind.
So
Since
that's
it's
all
what-
you buy. You don't usually buy the
No, I
thick
don't.
red
I don't.
ones.
I don't. Oh, I don't. I will tell them I want
The gallon of that.
yes, which
Wow.
my vendor
Every day we
has
learn
always
something new.
know that okay. This is super good. This is what she wants. So
Ah, even though she's making an extra 1,000 naira off you, but
I
it's
won't
okay.
mind because you know my customers' health is very important.
Yes, and
to
your
me.
customers will pay for it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just joking. Okay, so now we are ready to put in the protein, but I don't think you're putting in everything. Okay, just the pomo, that's the cow skin, as well as the offals, which of course is what Yorubas call inuero, things you can find in the meats. Okay, so that's what we call roundabouts.
I
Fuko
love
has
that you're
gone
there.
in. Hey, my goodness. So those are the crabs you say you will not put because of Mike.
Because of Mike, I will not put it.
Can you imagine?
I'll take it back home.
You
Or after serving Mike's own, I can now put it.
can you imagine?
I'll do that. Maybe
I have
I'll
no
do
comments
that.
for you.
Because I
No
have my-
words.
Please don't beef Michael. Mike is just my
Uh-huh.
QC now.
Your QC. Well, Queen's College.
Hey. Even Mazino he's not doubting that. You know, Mazino is my senior.
Is your, yeah, we know. Last week, if you missed the show, they were reminiscing about Festa Grammar School.
So proud.
Mazino was a senior in secondary school.
He is.
Yes.
Even though it's not just 1 year.
It's just 1 year. Oh, it's just 1 year. They said Mazino was everybody's senior. You know, he was Olamide senior too.
Alamde is my...
Olamide is our senior producer, by the way. Oh boy. And yet he's there looking like one young man, be deceiving the world.
You don't mind, Daddy.
Very old. I know, Jare. Thank you. Okay,
I'll
so
put this later, but not now. After serving my...
so because we want to do special treatment for Mike now, we cannot put our crab. The rest of us will now suffer with crab that is not well cooked. Ngwanu, no problem. Chef Shobe Otimo is still in the studio, and at the end of the show, she will be serving our guests breakfast. In the meantime, however, Wake Up Nigeria continues. Do stay with us.
Welcome back. It's the second hour here for the most exciting breakfast show on Nigerian television, indeed the world. The first hour just went by. If you missed it, well, too bad. But not to worry. Even if we had a blast, we intend to recreate it inside the next 45 minutes.
Yes, you know, it gladdens our hearts to know that you joined in, and we're definitely excited because there is still a lot more to come on Wake Up Nigeria. You should be awake already.
Now, it's all about making a difference and helping you start your day the right way. In the next 45 minutes, we will be doing just so. For all you late risers, welcome.
Ekabo.
Ekabo.
Aha. Well, it's definitely always the right mix here. Just the exact dose of excitement, properly stirred to just to get your attention. And yes, just like a well-prepared meal.
Like what you guys are doing inside the kitchen.
Yes, tasty stuff, I tell you.
I popped in for just a second to see what's happening in there, and the crabs are doing this.
Yes, except that the crabs are going late because of my can for that.
It's going to be a fantastic one. Thank you for joining us. The show goes on here. The only guess, is that you guys are in for a good time, I'm guessing. Yes, you are. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And my name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all our social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast television show in Nigeria.
Yes. which you can also watch live, by the way, from any single place you might be. All you need to do is make sure you have the app in your phone that you downloaded, whether it's iOS or Google Play Store. We don't discriminate. It's free for everybody.
Absolutely. All right, so let's tell you what we have in store for you this hour, okay?
Go ahead.
We've been having a conversation with, we will be having a conversation with Jacqueline Achiampong, popularly known as Giaki, the songbird. She's a Ghanaian alternative R&B, Afrofusion, and high life singer. We'll be having that conversation shortly.
What are you doing? We have no time. Tell you what we're gonna do right now. Instead of all the violence, let's do the weather. We'll be back.
Hey, you've just listened to a song by the one and only Giaki. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Jacqueline, that's her name, Jacqueline Achiampong, and she's known professionally as Giaki, the songbird. Yes, so she's a Ghanaian alternative R&B, Afrofusion, and high life singer. Born into a family of musicians, and by age 8, she had started joining her father in the studio. Her father, yes, he is that popular Ghanaian high life artist, yes. And she has, over the years, enjoyed massive airplay and leading charts in Ghana, Kenya, and Nigeria. It's so good to know you're right there. How are you doing today, Giaki?
Hi, I'm doing amazing. How are you doing this
Very
morning?
well. Listen to that voice. Hi. Sounds like she's singing, huh? Oh, wow. It's so good to have you here, really. I know your career is one that has spanned across several areas of the entertainment industry, particularly in Ghana. However, most recently, you've been more of a content curator. I would like you to tell me, how did that come about? What inspired it?
Right. Thank you so much for having me. And I would like to greet every special person that is listening to us this morning. I would say one of the few things that inspired me to focus on content creating as well, in addition to my music, was the fact that we now find ourselves in a content creation space in this world right now, where people are actually we're able to get the attention of more people with the contents that we create. A lot of people are now on their phones. A lot of people get a lot of information from their phones as well in this age, and people also like to see nice things and nice ways that people can market their brand, their music, their business. And so I realized that that would also be a nice thing to do, to push my music a lot more for people that are also interested in the content creation space. And I think ever since I started doing that, it has been another plus for promotion of my music and inviting new audience to my sound.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure that has been very, very beneficial to you. And talking about benefits, something exciting recently happened to you. And so I'm very curious, how do you feel about being one of the young, emerging African content creators selected to be part of the campaign, the Meta campaign, Africa, Young Africans Creators? How does it make you feel?
I'm very happy, to be very honest, because one thing about me is whenever I'm added to anything that has to do with promoting the African culture, anything that has to do with introducing people to what we do over here, I'm always very happy, because that means everybody else is seeing what I'm doing and they believe I can also be a voice that would push out everything about our culture here in Africa. And so when I got to realize that I'm being included in this great made in Africa campaign, I was very happy, because that means that these people are seeing me to be somebody that could actually also put a voice ahead of what we're trying to push. And so I'm honored, I'm excited, and I'm proud of myself that this is something that I've been involved in as a young female artist.
Now, an offshoot of Made by Africa, Loved by the World campaign by Meta is, of course, the fact that you get to use certain tools to make your work easier. And so I'm very curious, what tools, Instagram tools, have actually helped you with your unique content creation?
Okay, I would say the Instagram Reels one, And then the fact that when you go live on Instagram for, let's say, even if it's 2 hours or 15 minutes or 45 minutes, you are able to upload it on your main page for people that missed your live to come on your page to see it. I feel like that is one thing that is very unique and one thing that I hope is going to stay for a long time. The Instagram Reels as well, you are also able to upload Reels where people are able to scroll up on their screens to see whatever that you post up. So I would say those are one of the two things that two tools that I find very interesting on the app.
You know, when you talked about the reels, it made me wonder, because I was actually going to ask you what Instagram feature stands out for you and why. So I'm wondering, is it still the reels or something else?
Yes, it's definitely going to be the reels. I really love uploading reels because right now, there's some. I think before you weren't able to like upload a longer video on your page. I think at first it was usually like just 1 minute. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think that was how it was. But right now with Instagram Reels, you can upload videos which is even more than 2 minutes, more than 5 minutes, and because if you tap on it, it takes you to a longer version of the video. And another thing too is you can also select what you want the cover of the video to be. So what people are going to see before they tap on the video to view it, you are able to select what you want to put on the cover of the video you want to upload. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now let's just touch on your music before we get back to talking about all of this content creation. I know you have a song called Scar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it about? Tell us more about it. What's the inspiration behind the song?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think the music is quite loud, so I can hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. The music is loud. I'm really sorry about that. We're also trying to vibe to it here. Okay, so, but I was actually asking you about Scar. What's the inspiration behind it? What's the story behind the song?
Right. So I think the music is still a little bit high. Yeah, okay, it's better now. Okay, so Scar is the latest song that I dropped this year. That's my first single that I dropped this year, and it features UK rapper JB. And this is the first time that I ever did drill music, that I ever brought out drill music. I'm a versatile artist, and I'm one person that always like to tap into different sounds. And so I'm very sure, no, I'm not even very sure. My fans were very, very excited and shocked. They were startled to see that I actually jumped on a drill song because everybody would expect Jackie to do a very slow love song or an R&B or maybe reggae, but drill took everybody by storm. And then this time around, I wanted to do something different from what I was doing. So this is a very beautiful love story that talks about the good and bad sides of love. And you know, people in relationships that hide secrets from each other, they find out one person is trying to put the blame on the other, but the other is also trying to tell the other person that he or she is also doing the same thing. So it's literally just emphasizing on some of the deep things that goes on in relationships. And yeah, basically. And then JB also came through and then spoke very well on the verses that he put on. And the song did so well. It's still doing well. And I'm proud of myself that my first time doing drill came out very good and the people embraced it really nice.
Good for you. There is no denying the fact that technology and social media has really influenced your career positively. And so I'm wondering, how have social media platforms and technology as well, like Instagram, for example, I'm talking about social media platforms, that is, how have they influenced your creative process and your career trajectory?
Social media, Instagram has been a huge plus.
I can imagine.
A huge plus to my work. And so anytime I go anywhere, I always tell people not to take social media for granted because any little put out there, you could be in one city and then somebody who is so far away from you would get to see your work and you would wonder why, but it's all because of social media. It has brought everybody closer. It has brought the whole world into one bowl. It's like you would feel like everybody is literally like next door. That's how powerful social media has become. And one of the good things that it has done for my work is when Forever, for instance, blew internationally, social media was the best place to bring all my people together, all my fans. So anything that I upload up there, a fan that is in Egypt, a fan that is in UK, a fan that is in America or in Africa will get to see it in a second and get to know what I'm up to, what I'm bringing up next, what I'm talking about. So I would say that it has brought a plus by making whatever I want to market or advertise, everybody around the world is able to see it in a second. So it has brought everybody closer, basically.
Now, you know, the world being a global village has made it possible for you to collaborate with other creators and build communities around shared interests in your field. However, I'm very curious, how do you pull this off? How do you do it?
Your voice was breaking, sorry.
Well, I was talking about how do you create, how do you collaborate with other creators, you know, to build communities around shared interests in your field?
Yeah, so music-wise, one thing about me too is I love to collaborate. Although I haven't dropped a lot of collaborations yet, I have a lot of unreleased songs which were featured with other artists. And aside the fact that I like to collaborate with people from home, I also think it's also a good thing as an artist or whatever society you find yourself in. It's always good to collaborate with people who are outside your culture as well, because it also merges the two cultures that are in place at the moment. So when I travel, I always like to find artists that are in the country at the moment, and if we can do studio to collaborate, I always that's one thing I always do whenever I travel. At least if I leave the country, I should have done at least 2 or 3 songs or one song which features an artist or someone that is in the country as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because yeah.
Yeah, so much you can do with technology, so much you can do with social media, so much you can do with Instagram, and so much you have been doing for your career. I must say, congratulations on all you've achieved so far. Wishing you the very best in your future career trajectory. Wishing you very well. Thank you so much for your time, Giake. It's been an interesting conversation. I have so many questions to ask you, but I've enjoyed the conversation so far. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you so much as well. Take care.
You too. Enjoy the rest of your day, huh? All right, at this point, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a bit. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Just stay with us.
Welcome. And with me today for a very interesting conversation, we have, well, Heidekel Catering Service. Well, they're a leading catering company that specializes in providing exceptional culinary experience for a wide range of events and occasions. They pride in relentless passion for creating unforgettable culinary experience and also bring together top-notch cuisine and impeccable service. Joining us to talk a little bit more about what they do is Oluwatoyin Elizabeth Benjamin. You are welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Nice to be here.
First of all, I wanted to say how beautiful. I know we're here to talk about your services as a culinary expert, but that dress is beautiful. And she let me in on one small secret, and which is?
This is my brand as well.
She makes good food and she makes great clothes too.
Yes.
Well, good to have you here.
Thank you. Nice
now,
to be
first off,
here.
let's talk about Heidekel Catering. You guys, I have had the privilege of actually tasting some of what you guys do.
Okay.
And I'd like us to talk about that. How long have you been in the catering business?
We started 2008. So that's, I think, the 15th year.
15 years.
Yes. September 2008.
So far, what are the challenges that you've experienced?
Oh, wow.
Since starting 15 years ago?
It's been quite challenging. Quite challenging. I remember at some points I used to carry rice on my head.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because you go to the markets, you go to my 12, you are putting on the boots yourself. You know, a startup business, I couldn't afford to send people to do all those things for me. So I would go and just haul the things by myself.
Wow.
At some point, I remember we got, was like a late order the day before. So I had to go to the market in the night. And all the alabarus, the people that would carry, you know, your stuff for you, they were closed. So I put the rice on my head. I told the woman, I said, just put it on my head.
Oh, wow.
She was like, madam, I said, put it on my
I don't have
head.
a choice.
It's my business. Put it on my head. Don't worry, it's fine. So, well.
Well, where are you today? I mean, what's the business like today? How big is it now?
Yes, God has been faithful. We have scaled. We've been blessed by the business. Yeah, yes. There's no business without its challenges, and that's the truth. But, God has He's really helped us.
How do you guys manage it in the catering, world? Markets for you is a very different experience from what it is for us as consumers who go to buy little stuff, go back home,
Yeah.
maybe freeze a little and cook a little and stuff. For you, you have to make these orders that are so big. And I hear that there are markets in Lagos that are perhaps even 24 hours or midnight markets. I know of the Oyinbo market. I follow my wife to mile 12 lately. And what is that experience for you like as somebody who's in the food business, who has to make these orders for people to consume very often the very next day? What's the...
Well, it's usually very advisable for clients to do their booking like a few days or sometimes months ahead, because it helps you plan ahead. It helps you do your shopping, whatever it is that you need to do, except maybe the perishables. So it helps when you book ahead. But for maybe some people who have become almost like family, and they tell you, look, Tony, something tomorrow, something, you have to do it, you have to get up, So, but personally, I don't like to stock certain things for too long. Especially, for instance, when they say, oh, tomatoes are very costly.
Yeah.
I know some people would buy and stock in the freezer. I like my food fresh.
Nice.
I like my food fresh. So when I'm dealing with a client, we have to consider all of that, because if it's now very expensive, then that means you have to pay just a little bit more for your food. Because I like to buy my things, use it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Of course, except for the dry food that you can store for as long as it's not expired. But aside that, I just like to go maybe a day before, buy my tomatoes, buy my proteins and everything.
Okay.
And
So for Heidekel Catering, and since you've been in the business for 15 years, what's that one moment that you can remember that has really made it the best moment of all since you've been providing this service? Is there anyone you can recall
quite a
from
few.
a customer? Tell us about one of them if there's more than one.
Which one now tickles my fancy? Okay, there's a particular family that I've actually, and there's so many, so I won't mention names.
Okay, go ahead.
But there's a particular family that has so blessed me. I've done two of her daughter's weddings. Yes, two of her daughter's weddings, their engagements and their weddings. And you know how during the ceremony, of course, I'm always going around. I'm the kind of oga that doesn't sit down. So I'm serving at my events, I'm clearing plates at my events, and I've gotten events just because of doing that. Somebody saw me at an event, I'm like, that I was wondering when they said you are the owner, the madam, so, they contracted me for their father's burial. But this family I was talking about, during the party and everything, she just held my hand and she was like, this woman, she's this, she's that. Yeah, that makes you feel good, when you can make your client feel that way.
Yeah.
And, in the midst of people, and she starts blowing your trumpet, that make,
Would
that
you
really
therefore
makes me
say that you do this for the passion and not mostly?
Oh, I didn't go to a culinary school at the beginning. Yes, sometime I went to a Chinese school in the UK, but I didn't go to a culinary school for this. It started off as a passion. I love to feed people and watch, their reaction when they eat. Yes, I want to see, okay, that look on their face, or like, that smile. Oh, okay. So what do you think about it? Did you like it? So that was where it was born from. So it's just something I love to do. I love to take care of people.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I really love to take care of people.
It's fantastic what you do. It's fantastic what you look like in your own
you.
brand and the
Thank
passion
you.
have for the culinary arts.
Thank
I would
you.
also like to suggest that there are people who like to be taken care of too. I don't know if there's space I can like to, be taken care of.
Well, you can actually order. If you can.
If I'm paying for it, it's different.
And talk to madam, send in your orders,
Sorry.
and
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
That was easy now, wasn't it?
Yes, it was actually.
Right. Good to have you here. We look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing more of you. No, more of your food.
Okay.
Stick around.
Accepted.
Do stay tuned. We've got a little bit more here for Wake Up Nigeria before the end of the show. We'll be back to tell you what it is. Stay tuned.
This is a conversation I've been looking forward to since the beginning of the show. Yes,
Okay.
because we're about to get into certain details of Damilola Ogunsi's life. Damilola is a Nigerian actor who is popularly known by his stage name, The Goldfish. He is known for movies such as Finding Hubby, Way Back Home, and most recently, Gangs of Lagos. Before he started acting, Damilola Ogunsi worked as a merchant banker for nearly a decade. And right now, he's making waves as a celebrity actor.
I see intro. Thank you so much.
How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. How about you?
Very well, thank you.
Grand.
Yeah,
Good to have you here.
yeah.
First off, wanted to clarify something. Where did the moniker Goldfish come from?
Oh God, are we going to do this again today? Come on.
I know, but let him tell us. Let him tell us.
Well, it's a nickname that came from. Well, it has two parts of it: the criminal side and the romantic side.
Let's hear
So,
both.
which one do you?
Both.
Oh God, Jesus. All right. So when I was in primary school, I went to a convent, missionary primary school, where we were not allowed to go into the convent. But you know, I always just used to feel like I was black, like everybody. You know, like I'm black. So I used to play a lot. And so one of these days, we went to the convent and we were caught. But they didn't even chase us when they caught us. They just left us to run away. So we thought we had escaped. Then later, they came into the class later on today.
That one.
Later on, they came in the class and they actually came to point me out that,
Of
don't
course,
you know you're a
like,
goldfish?
obviously.
Like, didn't you know? How could you have run? So that was when he first came. Then he went away. I had other nicknames along the line, Damien, Bino, different things. And then about 2009 or so, I was dating this lovely lady then, and her sisters really loved me. And so every time I went to their house, they would be like, your goldfish is around, your goldfish is around. And then I actually needed a stage name at that time because I was revamping my MC. I just thought, okay, goldfish, that's sweet. So the next event I went, I told them to introduce me as the goldfish. And when they did, everybody was like, okay, that's so
Now I
apt.
get
And
it. Yeah. That's
so since then, it's just stuck. And I love it.
It's
So
a great.
the
it's a great
goldfish
one.
was I wanted to say unmistakable, but I wanted to use another one, maybe unmissable, in Gangs of Lagos.
Thank you very much.
How did that come about? Did you audition for the role, or it was just something that you were called up, like you're just perfect for it? How did it come about?
So for my role in Gangs of Lagos, I got called from Jade Oshiberu's team that, oh, there's a script and they want me to play a role in it. I should look at the script and, you know, check it out and see that they like me to play that. And I read the script and I was blown away. Like, I was blown away. I was like, nah, man, I'm not losing this one. So, yeah, that's how that came. And I had a nice time filming. It was totally amazing. And I'm so excited about the love, how people have responded to the movie all over the world. It's been amazing.
Was that the first time you played a villain in any movie?
Oh, no, I've played a lot. I've played lots of villains in certain movies. I've played a villain in Ajoche. I've played a villain in the TV series Dilemma.
Yeah.
I've played, a couple of those.
Now, being someone who's got albinism, is that like, does it pose a challenge in being cast in any role at all?
So I would say yes, and I would say no. So why would I say yes and no? The thing is, firstly, every actor has issues getting cast for certain roles because it's not every actor that fits certain
into
roles.
it, yeah.
There are certain roles that I can play that I would fit that other actors can't play. For example, can you imagine a Gangs of Lagos without Ekun? So look at that. So it works both ways. So I've taken it in stride that what I just see it as is that it's my superpower. Because it makes me unique. I personally even feel that, you know, that Nollywood hasn't really even juiced as much as it can from what I have. I don't feel that, I feel sometimes a bit underutilized here. There are so many mad ideas that, you know, we can create in Nollywood. I wish the producers would see, but if they don't see it, I'm going to bring it on. So, yeah.
Now, as an actor, there's always that particular character you wish you could play. And I'm always very curious about that. Who is that character that you wish you could replicate? It doesn't have to be local, and it doesn't have to be one person. Let's hear it.
Bond.
James
Bond.
Actually, sorry,
I'm telling you, that's the character I've always dreamed to play. He's also a character that I try to, as much as I can, I don't have that exact role in Nigeria, but in most of my characters too, wherever I can put a similitude of James Bond, I'll put it in. I'm actually creating something now that I'm going to bring on, which is my own personal project, which is actually that kind of. So yeah, James Bond is my character of all times.
So what are you calling yours? Jimmy Bondi?
come on.
No, because Nigerians like to do that thing of, okay, there's this popular name. Okay, let's do our own localized way of calling the name Jimmy Bondi.
No, it has a different name, but you will see the similitude. It's not a copy, but it's my Nigerian perspective of if we had a Nigerian spy who was that good, who was that suave.
I have a question,
would it be
however.
like?
The way we see James Bond or characters that are built so, do you think that it will translate well in an African sense, in a Nigerian sense, when it comes to Nollywood putting out such a character? I mean, we see them with all the, tech, glory, fashion and everything. Can we translate that in that very same way as an African story, do you think?
Yeah, on behalf of Nollywood, I'd like to say that I can
Nice.
translate that. I can do that for
well.
Nollywood. Let them all know that I can. Yes, actually, we can actually Africanize it. We cannot copy and be an MI6 and all that, but we can actually tailor and have a character that will have all that.
For escape.
That kind of thing. You know that kind of thing. You know what happens when last mark catches you? There's traffic on 3rd Mainland, and you cannot do. I don't want to do. Okay, I'm letting it cut out.
See, I'm loving this already. I'm actually looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it's very exciting considering the old James Bond drama. That's the original. Not like I'm calling yours a knockoff, but the original James Bond, in the sense that African actors getting to play that character has been a dramatic talk for very many years. So you getting to do this, maybe, just maybe, we could have Black American actors saying, can we just play a role? Maybe play it.
Do you now get the point?
Yeah.
Man, you're brilliant. That's exactly what. See, it's our time now in Africa.
Yeah.
It's our time. Telling our own original African stories is the best route to go. And I'm telling you that these characters are going to start popping up that very, very soon. Hollywood is going to rush and come and meet us. I would like to be like this.
When do you think that will happen? We've got that happening inside of music now, where we have foreign stars wanting to be in Afrobeat music. Do you think we're going to have that where in Nigerian movies we have Americans saying, I want to be a part of this actively, I want to be on screen?
Definitely. So let's look at it this way. Amazon Prime, they just came into Africa. They launched their original with Gangs of Lagos.
Yeah.
Netflix is here.
Yeah.
Universal is coming. Disney is coming. Can you hear? They are coming here. We're not going there. They are coming here. There's something they're seeing here. Yeah. Africa is the next spot of gold. If you look at the way our music has gone all around the world. Remember that time when it used to be Puff Daddy and all those things? And we still love Puff Daddy, but now it's Nigerian music.
It's that.
You know, that kind of thing. So the Nollywood industry is evolved. I'm telling you, by 2030, the kind of movies we will be producing. Look at Gangs of Lagos.
Yeah.
We never thought about that.
Yeah.
You know, so we're on the way.
Damilola, man, it's fantastic having you here. We're not going to let you go.
Yes,
of
we're on the
course,
way
you
to
know.
the kitchen now.
You know how we always end the show.
I know.
So we have to bring you over to the kitchen. So just let's take him over to the kitchen. You can join us there as well in just a bit. When we get back, we'll be over.
All right.
Jebu.
Welcome to the kitchen. A kind of drama is playing here. So, before we talk about the food, I just want to congratulate you, Damilola, because I know today is International Albinism Awareness Day. So it's your day.
Say it, sister. Thank you.
It's your day.
Thank you. Thank you. Say it. Say it. Thank you so much.
So if you happen to be an albino, just know that he is an inspiration for you. You can achieve anything. No bounds. All right, so breakfast is by Chef Shebo Timon.
Yes.
And she's made for us
Jebu.
egusi Jebu.
and it's from Ijebu.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
And Eba.
And ever.
So it's a treat. Today is your
I
day.
mean, what day to celebrate International Business Awareness Day than breakfast of champion Eba?
Zegbe.
Wait, before I dig in, am I going to use a fork and a knife to eat this?
Well,
But it's too late. Just manage it for us. Next time we'll have a bowl of water for you to
So
wash.
everyone just watching, just imagine that way or one in muffin jar. Show ye.
I remember the character inside of Vocalic, by the way. I thought that was one of your
Okay.
Oh, that one. Oh, mama.
I love them.
Omo Jebu has hit this one. Hey.
Wait.
Just citing it.
The team come from where? The team come from where?
See this life. Wonderful, nice one by the way. You see, there's a fish inside the crab. You see the crab cuts the fish. So even inside the water and inside the egusi, crab is still doing it.
You know what?
Fantastic
Okay.
show.
Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Please join us tomorrow,
Thank you
7
very much,
a.m.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.